Hi, this is Luke Zipp from Crocker Farm Auction, and I'm here with an outstanding new discovery in American stoneware that will be in our November 3rd Stoneware and Redware auction. As you can see, this is a monumental stoneware jar made by the very famed enslaved potter Dave in Edgefield District, South Carolina in 1858. It was up until a month or so ago, it resided in California. It had been there for generations. And the cool thing is that this vessel made its way out to California, not by collectors, that isn't who brought it out there. It made it out there for its function. Up until recently, believe it or not, this held potting soil. So it was just taken out for its function. It's just a great large vessel to hold things in. In this family's case, it was potting soil. For generations, this was their potting soil pot, and they brought it out to California with them. We were able to get it shipped out here and offered for auction. But you can see, so Dave is really one of the great stories in American stoneware. He was a literate enslaved potter, which was technically against the law, made for, just known for making very large size vessels, and often inscribed his pots. His most famous pots are inscribed actually with verses, with couplet inscriptions. And a lot of them, they were all large size pots. A lot of them were made within weeks or months of this pot in 1858. So this is inscribed LM. Dave mostly, the vast majority of his career was at the Stony Bluff pottery of Lewis Miles, so LM for Lewis Miles, in Dave's very distinct hand. Feb for February 15th, 1858. And then, typical of Dave, there's punk dates, impressions, noted in gallon size, and if you count them, 3 rows of 5 or 15. It's a large 15-gallon pot. We've never had a Dave vessel nearly this large. It was made for a function, also really made to command attention. The fact that Dave inscribed his large pots with verses, it was really, and he was notorious for being able to make large pots. It required great strength and great command of clay. Beneath his magic touch, as the saying goes, he was able to turn large balls of clay into these vessels. There's some much larger than this, even up to 30 gallons known by Dave. But 15 gallons, very large size vessel. And then this really pleasing poured alkaline glaze that creates almost an abstract art feel. Just this beautiful, almost timeless quality to the pot. Large rolled rim. I love Dave pots of this size are really have almost a gravitational feel to them, where you just want to touch and hold the rim. You can imagine Dave's large hands forming this rim, forming these large handles. Collectors and museums love American stoneware, not just for its look, its very pleasing look, but also for the story. And really, the story of Dave is really one of the most captivating in all of American ceramics history. An enslaved potter who was not only prized for his skill, but also for his intellect and his way that he lasted through American history by the inscriptions that he made on his pots. We were thrilled when we were contacted by the owner of this pot from Sacramento, California, thrilled that it survived the trip across the country, and thrilled to offer it in our November 3rd Stoneware and Redware auction.